Hey guys, after the problem we're faced with Classera and you cannot log in, I cannot log in, so that's the problem. So we thought about just making some videos that can help us to deliver the message of the lesson and the goal of the lesson to you, and you can study and answer some questions. So from now on, if the virtual class doesn't work, so we're going to have a video like this. It's me teaching you the grammar or the vocabulary or the spelling list or whatever we have. Okay, so our lesson today is just a compilation for the lesson we started last time, and this lesson is basically based on the spelling list of lesson 20. So please, if you don't have your stuff ready, please pause the video, get them ready, and then come back, play it again. And if you have your stuff ready, sorry, let's get to our lesson and start it together. Last time we talked about how could we figure out the number of syllables that the word has, and we said that it's basically based on the vowel sounds, not the vowel letters, and that's a very important point. Why the vowel sounds? Because actually we have some consonant sounds and some consonant letters and some vowel letters that are very tricky. For example, if you look at this word, please, all of you have a look with me on this. We have the word unit, and we mentioned this before in the last lesson together, and we said that unit is a word that starts with a consonant sound, not a vowel sound. Why? Because the U letter or the vowel sound of the U is the ah or the but if it's pronounced at its name, so this is not a vowel sound anymore. And we said the number of syllable in the word is basically based on the number of vowel sounds we have in the word. If you look at the word car here, sorry, if you look at the word car here, how many vowel sounds do we have? It's only the A, so the word car has only one syllable. If you look at the word travel, how many vowel sounds do we have? So it's two. We have the A and the E, so the word travel has two syllables, and the word car has one syllable. And please don't make fun of my handwriting. I told you before that it's not that good when I write in these difficult things. Look at expensive. Let's look at expensive together. We have expensive. We have the E, and we have another E, and we have the I, and we have the E. So we have four vowel letters. But the very most important question is, how many vowel sounds do we have? Do we pronounce this E? Yeah, it's pronounced as E. Do we pronounce this E? Yeah, it's pronounced as E. Do we pronounce this I? Yes, it's pronounced. Do we pronounce this E when we say the word expensive? Of course, no. This E is not pronounced, so it's not counted with the vowel sounds. So if you look at this word, it has three vowel sounds, so it has three syllables. So this point is easy. We talked about this point last time, and I guess now we can just skip it and go to the coming part. The coming part of our lesson today is the spelling words. As you know, we always have 20 words of the spelling words, and we don't care only about the spelling as usual. We're gonna have a look on the meanings of the words, and then I'm gonna leave you to work with some quizzes from Quizlet as usual to practice more, to practice the spelling and the meaning of the words. But first, let's read the words together. The first word is alligator. An alligator is a kind of reptile. The second one is bandana, and bandana, this word actually is not from English. If you remember, guys, when I told you that English was a really poor language in the past, and we borrowed a lot of words from other languages. So this bandana comes from Hindi language. That's the language of India. It's a square cloth that used to protect one's head or neck. And we have burrito. Actually, burrito, this word comes from Spanish. When you get older, you will have this sense that you can know what word comes from what language. Burrito is a type of food which has various fillings rolled with a tortilla. And then we have caravan. Caravan comes from French, and it's a large group of people and sometimes animals traveling a great distance together. As people used to travel in the past, they used to use camels and they used to travel long distances as a group of people together. That's what we call caravan. Then we have the word cargo. Cargo, actually, this word comes from the Spanish language and it means the goods transported from one place to another place. So, for example, if you buy something from Souk or Noon or any of these websites that we all use, of course, we shouldn't do that these days. I'm kidding, we just can't do anything. So if you're buying something from Noon or Souk or these things, the websites, I mean the marketing websites, so the goods that are traveling from one country to another country, that are transported from one country to another country, we call them cargo. Cathedral. Cathedral, this is a large place for worships. Worships, like when we as Muslims, we worship Allah. Other people, they can do worships in different places. A cathedral is a place for Christians mostly. Then we have the next word is dungarees. Dungarees, it's the bottom made of a heavy or durable materials. And the next word is gallant. Gallant comes from the French language and it means brave. Gallant means brave. Hammock. Hammock comes from Spanish and it's a sling stretched between posts that can be used for relaxing. Iguana, and I'm sure that you studied this. You studied this in science with your science teacher. Is a reptile common in warmer and subtropical and tropical regions. Lasso. This word comes from Spanish and actually it means a special rope that's used to capture animals, cows or sheep. And we have something else that it doesn't have the same meaning, but we use it with the dogs. If you don't understand what lasso is, we use the leash with the dog. Leash, it's something that you put around the dog's neck. And now let's move to the other word, mattress. Mattress, this word comes from French and it's a structure meant to be slept on. Guys, you all, when you go to your bed to sleep, there is something that between you and the wood of your bed. It's like made of cotton and it has some springs. This thing's called mattress. Mosquito, and you can have a picture of this later. Mosquito is an insect that feeds on your blood. Yeah, it just stands in your hand or your face, whatever. You cannot feel it, by the way, because it's very, very light and it just feeds on just sticking, sorry, I mean just taking your blood from your body. The next word is pajama. Pajama comes from Hindi and it's pajama, sorry, comes from Hindi and it's a kind of clothing that wear for bed. You just wear it when you're going to sleep. Pashu. And we said before, we studied this word in the vocabulary, and we said that pashu is a place that is like a garden, is like something which is at the backyard of your house. Patio is a place or a space outside your home where people can be to eat or to talk or enjoy outdoors. Plaza, and we have a lot of plazas here in KSA, is a central hub for activities in the town city. Poncho. Poncho is a woven cloth that drapes over the body and it doesn't have arms and legs. It's like a coat or jacket that people put on their bodies, but it doesn't have an arm or leg. Now, the next word is salsa. Guys, this word, we all use it and we all know what exactly it is. Salsa comes from Spanish and it's dip made of tomatoes, pepper, and onion. Siesta, the next word is siesta. And if you look at siesta, it comes from Spanish actually. It's not that clear, but it's clear that it's not English. And it means a relaxing or rest or break for normal work. The coming one is sombrero, is a large overseas hat that can unblock you from the sun. And these should be the basic words, but we're going to complete. The next word is tambourine. Tambourine is a precision instrument with a drum or a bell. The word tomato, of course, it's said tomato or tomato. It's the same, both are correct. Tomato or tomato, it's from Spanish. Yeah, it's a fruit everywhere, but the word itself comes from the Spanish language. It's a fruit that may confuse people to be a vegetable, actually. Tomato is not a vegetable. Tomato is a fruit, and it's counted for some people as a kind of fruit that they eat. and it's used to make sauce, or we can say that it's used to make, oh, sorry, not siesta. It's used to make, sorry, salsa. So we use tomato to make salsa. Tsunami, and this word is very important because we don't pronounce the T. The T here is silent. We say tsunami. Tsunami, of course, it was an enormous wave that develops due to the earthquake beneath the ocean or the sea. It comes always in the water. Now, tycoon. Tycoon means someone who's got a lot of money, wealthy investor, someone who's really, really rich. He's one of the most or the richest people on earth. And the last word is vanilla. This word comes from Spanish, and we all know vanilla and chocolate when it comes to ice cream. Of course, ice cream is one of the best things I'm sure you love to eat. So let's go now to our lesson, but we're not going to go to this. Sorry. I need you now to go down, and we have here some quizzes from Quizlet to do. I'm going to do some of them with you, and then I need you to complete, okay? For example, number one. It's from French, and it's a structure that meant to be slept on. Of course, this is mattress. Take care to write the spelling correctly in the questions that need spelling. Now look at this. The number two from Spanish, and it's a place outside your home or your house that people can sit there to eat or to have fun. This is, as you know, it's patio. Now, this is the first kind of question. The second kind of question is to match. Of course, if you look at the pictures, you can match normally, and these quizzes, I'm sure you're familiar with. Okay, so your job for today, and please, after you do this, I want you to photocopy this and just send them to me in class dojo, answered. And this homework is really important. Okay. The next part you should do here is to answer this one. And yeah, you should have your book now. Please pause the video now, and when you finish answering, don't hesitate to get back to the video to make sure that you answer correctly. But do not look at the answer until you're done. When you're done, make sure of your answer, sorry, and make sure that this question is basically based on the meanings of the words. For the spelling, you already have the 20 words in front of your eyes here, but the meaning is very important. So for example, let's try to do number one together. A very rich space owns the triple of the ranch. Actually, this one is burrito because it's the type of food that is rich with a lot of things, because tomato doesn't have a lot of things, I mean vitamin and these things. After you finish answering from 2 to 11, give yourself time of, let's say, 10 minutes. You have the meanings in your worksheet, you have your book before your eyes, and everything is ready with you. Now go and answer. When you come back, you can have a look on the answers. Thank you guys. I was really happy. I wish that this benefits you as much as it could. And please, I'm waiting for your feedback.